Good morning, students. So today we're going to discuss about another species of kingdom Protista. We will discuss about Pyrophyta. Pyrophyta, which is also known as the best example of Pyrophyta is Dinoflagellate, and they are also known as fire algae. Okay, so in the previous lecture we have studied about diatoms, their reproduction, and why do we call them jewels of the living world? Because of having uh, silica deposition on the cell wall of diatoms. So today we will discuss about Pyrophyta, and the best example of Pyrophyta is Dinoflagellate, which is also known as fire algae. So let's talk about it. So Pyrophyta is basically they are unicellular, they are photoautotrophic and biflagellate. Means a single celled organism. Photoautotrophic means they can fix uh, solar energy in order to make food for themselves. So there are some photopigments present in Pyrophyta. Means when it comes to photoautotrophic, that means they do have pigments like chlorophyll and fucoxanthin. So do remember, they do have chlorophyll and fucoxanthin photosynthetic pigments, and they are biflagellate. That means they do have two flagella. Bi means two. They do have two flagella. That's why they are known as dinoflagellate. Di means two. Dinoflagellate, and also known as fire algae. The cell wall of this dinoflagellate is of cellulose. So outermost layer is cell wall, which is cellulosic in nature. The most important point is Goniolex, a species of Pyrophyta which is responsible for red tides. This question has been asked many times in the competitive examinations. Goniolex, responsible for red tides. So there is another property of Pyrophyta. Because of this property, they are known as fire algae. The property of bioluminescence or phosphorescence. So what is bioluminescence? So the property of bioluminescence means they can glow in dark. So how can they glow in the dark? So the reason behind this, they have a special protein or enzyme known as luciferin. Luciferin enzyme or luciferin protein. So because of having this protein, because this protein does have capability to trap sunlight or capability to trap photons. So just because of this property, uh, these species can emit light. So they do have bioluminescence property just because of having this protein luciferin. So that's why they are known as fire algae. Okay, so let's come to this point. These dinoflagellates, they can reproduce mainly via asexual reproduction. That means the main method of reproducing in case of dinoflagellate is asexual method, but few of species, few species of this Pyrophyta or dinoflagellate practice sexual reproduction, as we see in case of Ceratium, or please do note these two examples. Ceratium, 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 and they reproduce sexually by the means of zygotic meiosis. So zygotic meiosis के through ये reproduce करते हैं. Okay, and Noctiluca, 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 another species of dinoflagellate, and they reproduce sexually by gametic meiosis. तो ये आपने सिंपली एग्जांपल्स याद रखने हैं mainly through asexual reproduction, but there are some species in dinoflagellates which reproduce by sexual methods, like in Seratium and Noctiluca, zygotic meiosis, and in case of Noctiluca is gametic meiosis. Okay, they do live in symbiotic association. मीन्स ज्यादातर जो में मिलेंगे आपको मिलेंगे सिम्बायोटिक एसोसिएशन में, लाइक इन केस ऑफ zooxanthellae, it forms a symbiotic association with other protists as well as with some invertebrates. Okay, so do remember this example, zooxanthellae. This question has been asked many times. And also parasitic, very few of them are parasitic in nature, like in Balantidium coli. And note down, Balantidium coli is only non-ciliated human parasite. This is the only ciliated human parasite when it comes to dinoflagellate. यानी जो सिलिएटेड फॉर्म्स है डाइनोफ्लैजेलेट इन केस ऑफ पायरोफाइटा, तो सिलिएटेड फॉर्म में, और इन केस ऑफ किंगडम प्रोटिस्टा, तो बैलेंटिडियम कोलाई इज द ओनली पैरासिटिक फॉर्म which do harm human beings or human being as a host. Okay, so let's come to the structure of this dinoflagellates. These are 4 different groups. This upper groove is known as transverse groove, and this is known as longitudinal groove. So as you can see here, one flagella is originated from longitudinal groove. Here you can see, and this flagella is meant for locomotion or simple floating in the ocean water. And the second flagella is present in this transverse groove in a circular manner. Okay, one flagella is over here and second flagella is there in circular manner. So because of this structure of this flagella or its arrangement inside this transverse groove, makes it possible in spinning type of movement, means Worley movements, circular movements, spinning movements. So because of having this arrangement of flagella inside this transverse groove, so just because of this transverse flagellum which cause spinning movement, these dinoflagellates are known as whirling whips. Very important question, whirling whips. So why they are known as whirling whips? Because of having this transverse flagellum which causes spinning or whirling movements. Okay, so it's all about dinoflagellates or pyrophyta in kingdom Protista. Thank you.